TTP released a statement in response to Fani Willis's lies and misrepresentations of V fraud and B stuffing at State Farm Center in November of 2020. This is Ruby. This is, remember her, not, that's not her daughter. Her daughter's somewhere else. But they were basically running the same stacks of ballots over and over. The Fulton County, Georgia indictment of DT is a political vendetta and show trial reminiscent of the Soviet show trials of 1930s. Americans have long prided themselves that something like that spectacle and mockery of the judicial system could not happen here. Well, we can pride ourselves on this no longer. Prosecutors at the state and federal levels are abusing their powers to serve the interests of their political party and the oligarchs who ultimately run this nation. These political prosecutions are an abomination and undermine justice and the rule of law. They erode the public's faith in the supposed equal and fair application of the law. The weaponization of the justice system is a blight on our republic and the American system's governance. A substantial portion of the prosecution's case focuses on attacking DT and his attorneys and allies for drawing attention to clearly suspicious conduct throughout Selection Day 2020 at the State Farm Center. This suspicious conduct was captured by surveillance footage. I had that video, by the way, on the 2020 election fraud channel on YouTube. The presentation by Jackie Pick is the second video I ever posted on that channel. The footage speaks for itself and anyone can review it. Yeah. A lot going on there while everyone was gone. TTP reviewed this video when it was presented to the Georgia Senate by DT's attorney on December 3rd of 2023. 2023. That's coming up. You mean 2020? Jackie Pick. That's the one we're talking about. Upon our review of the video, we believe then and firmly believe now that the video shows a suspicious stash of ballots being hidden under a table and a select group of poll workers returning to scan and count the hidden ballots for a further 2 hours after all independent observers were apparently driven to leave under false pretenses that all counting for the evening had concluded. Pointing out these patently suspicious activities and drawing the obvious conclusion that fraud was occurring before one's very eyes is not a crime. Demanding accountability and a free and fair election is not a crime. Petitioning the government for redress of grievance is not a crime. What is a crime, however, is a corrupt, biased prosecutor named Fani Willis abusing the powers of her office to initiate politically driven prosecutions. Willis and other office appears to be engaging in a conspiracy to deprive DT and his lawyers and supporters of their civil rights under the Constitution. Once DT prevails in the Soviet-esque show trial, we look forward to his suit against Willis for malicious prosecution. We also question why Georgia leaders have not impeached Willis for her abuse of power already. Oh, and by the way, Lou Dobbs did go on Charlie Kirk's show and say that he heard from a credible source that they were told to indict DT on Monday. Didn't matter, that's why it was so late at night, by the way. It needed to be done on Monday to cover up something else, some mistake that someone made. I forgot what it was. Some mistake that Willis made, but they needed to basically prosecute him or indict him ASAP.